everybody, this is Keith here of Euphoria Pictures. Welcome back to my channel. Right folks, so this is going to be a nice short video. I just want to unbox and briefly review the 4K picture of my latest pickup that I got for the creator. And as you can see, it comes in this rather nice looking Steelbook edition. Now this movie is directed by Gareth Edwards, who directed hands down one of the best modern day Star Wars movies with Rogue One. And because the movie got such a critical success, there was no surprise that he was going to return to sci-fi. And I think he did a decent job with this movie. Now he by no means reinvented the wheel with this in any way, shape or form, but I rather enjoyed it. And it's mainly down to the performances in this and how the movie actually looks to a certain extent, which I'll get to now more in a second. But if you're not particularly aware of the premise of the movie, it is quite simple. I'm going to simplify it as much as I can without actually spoiling anything. But mankind and AI are at war with each other, how very Terminator of them. And mankind get word that the AI are putting a weapon together that would end the war. And John David Washington is sent in to destroy the weapon. But when he gets there, he quickly realizes that the new weapon is in fact a young child. And of course, his conscience gets the better of him and he can't bring himself to actually destroy her. Like I said, it's a fun sci-fi movie and it's mainly down to the cast and their performances. John David Washington delivers another solid performance. As a matter of fact, this is the first movie I've seen by him where there's elements of his father in his voice. You can actually hear it in certain scenes. You could just close your eyes and you swore it was Denzel on the screen. And the young girl that's in this, I honestly can't pronounce her name because I know I would absolutely butcher it. But she done such a wonderful job. I can imagine what the casting process was like for this movie. They wanted to find the most adorable child, a child that you would never ever think about hurting, and I think it massively helped this movie. Like I said, she was absolutely fantastic. And there is elements in this movie where it does kind of remind you of The Last of Us, where like John David Washington, it starts out where he resents the child, but as the movie goes on, he slowly grows to love her. So yes, definitely a Last of Us vibe there, but there's also so many in there you can compare it to the likes of Blade Runner. Even iRobot, it got an iRobot vibe from it as well. It's a good movie. Like I said, it doesn't reinvent the wheel, but I rather enjoyed it. Now, the only problem is, like I said, it does look good. It's a beautiful looking movie. It has an 80 million budget. And I have to tell you, it looks like a movie that actually had a 250 million budget. And I was quite impressed by that, but the only problem was it comes at a price, and it's because it's the way the movie actually looks. It definitely has this stylistic look to it, and I know they were using this certain camera and this certain lens that allows them to shoot in low light, but the only problem is it brings a lot of grain to it, and I found the grain to be somewhat distracting in this because I thought we were going to get this kind of big epic, you know, kind of IMAX looking movie, something like Oppenheimer. But my God, I couldn't have been further from the truth. It was a very distracting looking 4K disc to look at. Now, having said that, like I said, it does have a stylistic look. And I think for the most part, this 4K disc captured that stylistic look quite well. And when you stick in that Blu-ray, there's no question about it. What is the more superior disc of the two, and it's mainly down to its colours. But having said that, the colours are somewhat muted on this one, but they feel a lot more natural than the Blu-ray release. It's a very strange thing. The movie has this very hazy look to it. There's even times where scenes actually look blurry. And I think it's something to do with them trying their best to hide the CGI that's on show here. And trust me when I say there is so much CGI. And that's why I was so impressed by the look of the movie. Again, when you look at that 80 million budget. Now, I know a lot of people are saying that 80 million is quite expensive. And it is. But it's not for a big epic sci-fi movie. And I think what they accomplished with that 80 million is quite impressive. But unfortunately, it came at a price. I don't know what to tell you, folks. It's a strange disc, this one. It really, really is. But the one thing that I think we could all agree with is the Dolby Atmos that you get on this. It sounds absolutely spectacular. There's a couple of scenes in this where you see some big explosions, and wow, they pack an absolute punch when you do see them. And I think the Dolby Atmos is the real star of the show here. I was really, really impressed by it. Right folks, so I'm going to take you around this Steelbook and give you a good look at it. Before I do, there is a standard release you can get for this naturally, and it does come with a rather beautiful looking slipcover. I might go as far as to say it's actually better than the Steelbook release in terms of its artwork, so definitely worth checking out. Right folks, so here we go, finally my unboxing of the Creator Steelbook. Right, so here we go, the Creator. So as you can see, there is a J card on this. I'll remove it now in a second, but this is the right way to do J cards. There is no glue spots going on. It simply sits into it. And yeah, like I said, I'm a big fan of these J cards. So I will show you the artwork now properly in a second, but I just wanted to show you the back of this J card. And as you can see, right there is your technical aspects and your special features. And as you can see, there is only one feature on this. It is the making of the Creator. I think the feature is around maybe an hour long. I haven't checked it out yet though. So that is the back of the J card. I'm just going to remove it now and let's see what we are dealing with when it comes to the Steelbook itself. So there you go. So there is, it's quite simple. There's no kind of spot glossing or debossing or embossing going on. It does have a simple matte finish to it as well. It has a very simple design, but I actually like the colour scheme to it, particularly there in the middle. It looks absolutely beautiful again when you bend that light against it. Of course, you got the two characters in front there, you got the main child as well, and of course the Nomad ship on top, and it kind of beaming down like you see so many times during the movie itself. And of course, you just simply got the Creator down the bottom. So that is the main artwork. I'll take us down onto the spine. And then right around to the back, and of course you got John David Washington there. I think that's the child there at the bottom as well. You got Alpha O as well. Not the best, most creative artwork I have ever seen, but I don't know, for a sci-fi movie, I think it works, and I like it. So that is the Steelbook in full. Right, so I will turn it around and give you a look at the inside of it. So this is your 4K disc, and then you've got your very bland looking Blu-ray disc, and then of course all that's left to show is the inside of the Steelbook itself. So there you have it folks. Like I said, a very simple art design on the Steelbook, but I rather like it. Right folks, so there you have it. That is the 4K Steelbook of the Creator. And like I said at the start of this video, it is by no means the best looking 4K disc you're ever likely to see, but it does capture that stylistic look that Gareth Edwards was going for quite well. It just doesn't translate well to a very pleasing looking 4K picture. But the Dolby Atmos is the real star of the show here, and I definitely think for that reason alone it is worth checking out. So there you have it folks. So as per usual, if you did like what you see here, please do give it a thumbs up, and if you could do, leave a comment down below. And if you have seen the movie, please do share your thoughts on it. Very curious to hear what you think out there. And yeah, I hope to see you all again real soon with my next video. Until then, I'll see you soon. Bye bye.